Thank you, and I have to say, what a wonderful introduction, what a wonderful event, and how marvellous it is to be here in this fantastic country at this important time. Now, I have to say that for a long time, some outsiders said of India, it's a country of great potential and always will be. To those sceptics, I declare that modern India remains a country of vast potential, but is already a country of great achievement. It's already the world's fifth largest economy, the fastest growing large economy, and will be the third largest within a couple of decades. It's still a developing country, but at least 80% of Indians, or something like 1.1 billion people, now have access to proper sanitation. Over 90% have access to good drinking water, and 97% have access to reliable power. Small things, maybe, in a geopolitical context, but they make a massive difference to people's lives. Thanks to the digital revolution, nearly every Indian adult is now economically and socially connected. There's long been a legendary rail network, but India is now building airports at the rate of 8 a year, urban metro systems at the rate of 1.5 a year, and national highways at the rate of 30 kilometres every single day. Last year, India became just the fourth country to land a space probe on the moon. And after several decades of the licence Raj, India is now roaring down the runway to economic takeoff. Companies such as the Ambani Group, Tata and Infosys are among the world's largest. There are 3 Indians among the world's 50 richest people, and there's now any number of ethnic Indians at the helm of major global businesses. And India isn't just the world's largest democracy, it's also one of the oldest, having been continuously democratic with just one tiny wobble for more than 3/4 of a century. India's democracy is older than Germany's and Spain's. It's older than France's Fifth Republic. India has had more changes of government than Japan. Its media is as free as America's, and its judiciary is as robustly independent as Britain's. India has long proven that a country need not be rich to be free, and it's now proving that freedom is no obstacle to rapid economic development. Yet mysteriously, India often ranks well down the global democracy lists produced by Freedom House and others. Perhaps that's because they think of Prime Minister Modi as a Hindu nationalist, when I think he's better called an Indian patriot who necessarily takes Hinduism seriously as by far the country's biggest creed. Sadly, faith in God and love of country are pretty rare in Western think tanks, which is why they find India's democracy easier to caricature than to understand. As Prime Minister a decade back, I used to describe India as, quote, the world's emerging democratic superpower. Under Modi, India is no longer a bystander, but increasingly a force in the world as one of the 2 democratic superpowers. And I'm confident that if there is to be a leader of the free world 50 or 100 years hence, it's as likely to be the Indian Prime Minister as the United States President. India has always been the superpower of the subcontinent. It's never been the aggressor in its wars and tensions, which it's always tried to resolve quickly fairly, and in ways that allow others to be the best they can.